Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my 2014 NFL Draft Team Needs Analysis, and this video is for the San Francisco 49ers, who finished 2013 with a record of 12-4, earning one of the wild card spots in the NFC, winning their first round playoff game at Green Bay, and while this video is being taped, they're preparing for their divisional round matchup with the Carolina Panthers at Carolina. And, when you start to dissect the needs of the 49ers, I'll start on the offensive side of the ball, and I'll start at wide receiver. Heading into this offseason, you're going to have Anquan Boldin as a free agent. They signed him to a one-year deal in the offseason. I would expect him to be back as a member of the 49ers. I think he certainly proved his worth this year to the team. No doubt about that in my mind. You bring him back, and you have Michael Crabtree, of course, who's come back from his injury and looks like the bona fide, Pro Bowl player that he was all of last year. I still think they have a need, though, for a guy who can stretch the field. Right now, if they want to stretch the field, Vernon Davis is usually the guy that they try to do it with. I think if you get another guy in the slot to go along with Crabtree and Boldin, I think they would do nothing but help them. And if Boldin should happen to leave via free agency, that spot opposite Michael Crabtree becomes a gaping hole like it was before Boldin got there. So I think no matter how free agency plays out for the 49ers, wide receiver is going to be a position that they need to bring along, that they need to improve in order to not hinder the development of Colin Kaepernick as a passer. From there, I'll go on the defensive side of the ball, and I'll go to that defensive line for the 49ers. They got a lot out of Justin Smith again this season. And, we seem to say this every year that he's not going to last forever. He's not going to play forever. He's really defying that right now. But not only as a potential replacement to Justin Smith, but just overall, the depth of the defensive line, I think, is something that can be addressed here. You look at a roster like the 49ers, they have a talent at so many positions. And for them, a lot of times in the draft, it's about plugging needs for starters and most of all, developing depth. And I think on that defensive line is a place most notably where they could develop some depth. They trade Ricky Jean-Francois. So, let's get a guy, a young option that maybe can build that depth that a guy like him left. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about here. And, the last need I see for them is at defensive back and most notably at the cornerback spot. You got a lot, again, out of an older guy in Carlos Rogers this year. All right? Carlos Rogers, you assume, will be back. Terrell Brown is a free agent at that cornerback spot. I think you have Tremaine Brock, who they can make a starter if they need to, and I think they will if they move on from Terrell Brown. But regardless, I think you can add some depth to that cornerback spot. If there's been one weakness on the 49ers defense, it's been teams' ability to pass on them. So I think you get some depth at the cornerback spot. You re-sign Dante Whitner, who's also a free agent as well at the safety spot. You have Eric Reed, who turned out to be a very good, in my mind, first-round pick there to replace Deshaun Goldson. But, again, build depth at that cornerback spot and see with Whitner. But I think they'll figure something out to get Whitner back for next year. But those are the needs as I see them for the 49ers. Wide receiver, defensive line, and also in the secondary, most notably at the cornerback spot. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. I cover the NFL wall-to-wall all season. I have a lot of 49ers fans that follow me. So be sure to subscribe. I cover all teams. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.